Hello guys, welcome to Sim UK, welcome to Euro Truck Simulator 2. It's going to be quite an interesting video today because it is like 3:45. No, it's not a lie, completely. It's 3:15, but this video needs to be up by 5 PM today. So if you're watching this at 5 PM today, know that 2 hours prior to that, I was here, sat here, making this video in an attempt to get it done, edited, uploaded in time for you. So it's not going to be a long video today, but it is going to be an interesting video for more than one or two different reasons. Let's begin at the beginning, and hopefully I'll be able to convey everything I need to convey in a concise manner. Let's start with the mods that we're having a look at today. So I've been in the last episode I spoke about an economy mod that I was going to implement called Yet Another Economy Mod, which did some of the things I wanted the game to do to make it a bit harder, a bit more realistic, although the author very much says this is not a realism mod, this is just a harder mod. But some of the things I really like, for example, you need to have done 20 jobs before you can get a loan. Then the loans that you can take out are larger than the default game, but the repayments are higher and the money that you earn off each job are lower. So everything is a bit more realistic in that sense, but there are other things included, such as when you get tired, you actually have a longer period of time in order to find somewhere to sleep before you get fined. That's one irritation of the game that I think, you know, if they added a slider in there, I think that would work really well as part of the base game. But until they do that, then Yet Another Economy mod, it was the best option available. Now, I held off last week because when I looked at it, it didn't look in-game like it did in the workshop. So I was a bit hesitant, I was a bit confused about what I'd done there. Turns out, in the week that has passed since then, he's actually implemented a Yet Another Economy mod light, which is not quite as extreme as Yet Another Economy mod. So it's got all those same features that I like, for example, giving you more time to find somewhere to rest before you get fined, but it's not quite so harsh that it would just take you forever to get any money to do anything. So I mean, we've been playing pretty realistically up until now, so we're going to give that a try today. There's a few other mods we're going to give a crack on today. We're going to do Google Maps Navigation Night version for ProMods. We tried the exact same one, but without the night version last week, and it worked okay. There are a few issues. I had a few incorrect turns, etc. But I think that's base game issue, to be fair. And maybe the more I play the game, the better I will get at reading the GPS or something like that. Who knows? Who knows? In addition to that, we are going to trial the Iveco Stralis Realistic Dashboard Computer, and we're going to and just the Yet Another Economy mod. Now, guys, there's a link in the description below to my Google page with all the mods and links and everything, bit of information. I realized that it wasn't up to date. Some of you pointed out that some of the things I was talking about I hadn't linked on the page, so I've spent a bit of time yesterday going through and just making sure I've got them all on there, cleared out a few of incompatible ones from my system, and added a few extra ones in there which we're not going to test today, but we will test in the future. So that's where we're starting today. I've already added the mods in. I've re-included the service staff, and I think, yes, I've kept the immersive symbols for now. I don't know how well that's going to work. I'm thinking cones, because I've put all service staff above immersive symbols. I'm hoping that it's going to keep the cones for where we park. I'm going to give that another go. But allow people to stand at the entrance. So it's a gamble whether or not that they'll work together. I don't know. We'll find out today. So I've already confirmed all these changes, so I can just go ahead and leave here. Yes, I do. And there's a whole host of mods in there that I want to try out in the future. Now this takes forever to load, so I'll skip that for you, and I'll see you in game, hopefully, unless it crashes. And that wasn't too painful. That actually loaded really rather quickly, much quicker than usual, which is weird because I'm also uploading a massive PUBG tutorial video. It's about 7 gig. Yeah, my PC is under a lot of stress at the moment. That being said, we are in a position now where we can afford some trucks. And what level are we? How do I even check my level? We're level 6, which is not very high. So we're kind of limited as to what trucks we can look at. But I have got a list of trucks that we can look at, and for the next couple of weeks, that's what we're going to do. We're going to find short jobs where the truck is one of the trucks that we're interested in buying, and then we're going to take it out for a little jaunt, and we're going to test it out and see how we feel. I did say a couple of weeks ago, wouldn't it be great if you could go to the truck dealership and say, oh, I'd like to take that one for a test drive. But unfortunately, that's not an option right now. Maybe one day they'll listen to my brilliant ideas and start implementing them. Wouldn't that be wonderful? We'd all be happier, I'm sure. In fact, if the whole world just did as I said, I think the entire planet would be happier. Okay, I am joking. No, I'm not actually. I'm bloody serious. Now, moving on. Let's just quickly check which truck we're going to sort today. Right, okay, so literally I have no time to edit for this, so this is just going to be as quick as possible. We're going to go to the job market. Yes, we're going to get hired as a professional driver. Now what we're going to do is we're going to sort this by route length. So this should be a very short route, yeah. I don't really want to go over the ferry if possible, but what have we got here? This is a Volvo FH16 Classic Sleeper 700 HP 515 kW 12 speed. And if I look at my list, yes, that is actually one of the trucks that we can buy. We can actually afford to buy this truck. So I think maybe we've taken this out before, I don't know. It's going to set us back 90,000, so it's one of the cheaper ones. But it's not one of the cheapest. It's kind of a middle ground truck. I've been quite impressed with the Volvos over the last couple of journeys that we've done in them. We got the DAF XF 105 Super Space 460, and I don't have any DAF. I don't have any DAFs. What's going on in my list here? I don't have any DAFs at all. I want to go to world map. No, okay, sorry. Let's go back here. Let's go truck dealers. Why don't I have any DAF? I really don't, do I? Well, maybe we'll manage to unlock some DAF when we're taking some of these out for a little joyride. Let's hope so anyway. Okay, right, I need to get a job on quick here. So what have we got? We've got this Volvo, but that's going on the ferry, so that's not really going to do a great deal for us. I can't zoom in. That's rather irritating. I thought I'd be able to zoom in so I could see a bit better what the route was. Okay, that's most odd. Alright, forget it. That technique is not going to work. Alright, so what have we got here? DAF, we can't do that. A Renault. Goddamn Remos. Renault Premium High Roof. That's on our list. 129,000. That's actually outside of our price range. We can't afford this truck yet. I don't think there's much chance I'll ever want to drive a Renault. So let's start with this. It's the most expensive truck in our list, with the exception of the Iveco Stralis Highway. So it's our second most expensive truck, which means it should be absolutely all singing and dancing as far as I'm concerned. And if it isn't, if we don't like it, if it's not impressive, then I can cross it off the list, and that's it. That's that done. You can see this list, by the way, by going to the link in the description. But let's take this job today, and this will be the first test drive before we buy our first truck. Right. So that's confusing me. Why am I in a DAF and not in a Renault? I am a little bit perplexed by that. Oh God, no. Oh God, no. An articulated trailer. I should have read that really, shouldn't I? Well, this could be interesting. This could be very interesting indeed. Is that the exit down there? It is. So this is a DAF XF. Interesting. Not quite what I was expecting today. Let's take it out for a spin, see what happens. No sat nav. We're just going to use the on-screen sat nav today because we're not doing anything clever today. It's not really a drive, it's like a test drive. I would imagine there'd be somebody sat next to us. Gotta say, I don't like the audio so far. Sounds pretty horrible. I don't like the dash. Don't like the design. There's a lot of headspace. And there's a good bit of storage up the top there, unless that's the bed. That could possibly be the sleeping area. It sounds god awful. Not impressed with that audio at all. You notice we don't have a cam on today. I thought I'd leave it off, partly so that we can see the map if we don't have a GPS in the truck, but also because I'm trying to give my PC a bit of a break. What the hell's going on here? We're going left and then into the right hand lane. Okay. So I'm not sure if the GPS night mod thing that I implemented is going to be implemented on... Whoa, crikey. On this pop-up or not. I can see my logo up ahead there. Sim UK business. So anyway, needless to say, I'm very not impressed with this truck. I guess I must have clicked on the wrong one because I was expecting this to be the Renault, so I must have just clicked on the wrong truck and not paid attention. I did say at the beginning I was in a bit of a rush, so that's my excuse for that. And you're just going to have to accept it, really, because I have no other options at present. But yeah, expect a few of these. After this one is up, I should have a bit more time to make some proper test trucks. test runs for trucks that we're interested in buying, and then I'm going to pick one that I really like. Now I do need to talk to you about some stuff, some serious stuff. I didn't have any sleep at all last night, because I've been stressing about Sim UK, what's going on, what I can do, what I'm doing right, what I'm doing wrong, what the situation is, and how best to resolve it. Now, you guys know what the situation is in terms of views and subscribers and financial situation for Sim UK. It's pretty dire. And like I say, not just last night, but last night I was thinking about it all night long. I couldn't stop thinking about it. And yeah, I had some, for want of a better word, epiphanies. The reality is, now, I don't know how to roll this off my tongue properly. I had an accident in 2009, and I can think in my head what I want to say, but I can't speak and think in my head what I want to say. So I do get myself sort of stuck in this mire of absolute jiggery pokery, absolute tosh, loads of rubbish. And I lose my trail of thought very easily. It's very frustrating for me. It's frustrating for people who have to listen to me speak or choose to listen to me speak. But there's not much I can do about it. I'm just stuck with it. And it is very, very annoying. I've got to say, this GPS mod, it's a lot easier to see where the arrows are pointing. I think Seth Riggs pointed out that it wasn't very clear where the arrows were pointing, but right now I'm seeing that very easily. I'm thinking this mod might be a winner. So yeah, quite happy with this anyway, so far. Now, can I get up the hill in fifth? Oh, it gets really tight, doesn't it? I think I might have clipped it then. Luckily there's nothing next to us, and we're coming across anyway, so it's not a big deal. Okay, so let me try and get this stuff out. I made a mistake. Okay. I changed the format of Sim UK to be a Let's Play channel because I thought that's what you guys wanted. Now, for those of you who watch these Let's Play videos, and there's about, god damn, consistently there's about 200 of you who are watching pretty much every episode, and you're commenting and you're liking, and to those 200 I cannot thank you enough. And also, you know, since I made those posts recently, I have to say that whilst doing YouTube, I have had some horrifically, see, that's not clear to me which way that goes, but anyway, I've had some horrific messages over the years. People threatening to kill me, report me to the police, all sorts of crazy shenanigans. But on the flip side of that, I've also had some really genuinely heartfelt, genuinely some of the messages that you guys have sent me, just wishing me well and offering me support and, you know, emotional support. We have some Patreons who excuse me, offer you know, a couple of dollars each a month, which may not seem like a lot, but I tell you what, it makes a huge difference. It really does. Because there's no money coming in at all. So to have something coming in, albeit only a small amount, makes an enormous difference. So thank you to everyone who has been so considerate and thoughtful and just polite and kind and supportive, and just, you know, genuinely getting behind the channel, and I suppose getting behind me. Now, the weird thing for me is that before I had my accident in 2009, I had so many friends. I had such a fantastic social life. It was untrue. I never had nowhere to go. I never had nobody to speak to. I never had any issues, really. I mean, everything was going absolutely brilliant in my life. And then I had that accident. And then the injury that I sustained from that changed my personality, made me very aggressive. I suffer with PTSD to this day. It's just made everything much more difficult, and as a result, I lost all my friends. I now have 0 friends. I don't speak to anyone. I don't go out. I don't socialise. The only person I ever socialise with is my brother. But my brother lives in London and comes down maybe, I don't know, 3 or 4 times a year, maybe, something like that. And I'm just completely incapable of operating properly in social situations. I can't stand talking to people. I can't. It's not because I don't like people or I don't like talking or whatever. I just find it exhausting. Since my head injury, everything just becomes way more difficult. So what I'm trying to say in a very long-winded, terribly put type way, get out of it. Get out of it. I can't stop that quick, or I can. Bloody hell. Whew. Okay, so what I'm trying to say is basically I understand why the Let's Plays are not working, and it's because of my personality. My personality has changed since the accident, and I guess I come across very depressed, very subdued, very boring. I don't know. All these things that I'm not really, but technically I am now, because being anything other than that is just exhausting. Everything is tiring now. Speaking, thinking, remembering, getting up in the morning, going to bed at night. Everything I do is now an effort since that accident. So I understand that my personality has completely changed. I am aware of that. I've mentioned it a few times, I think, in the past. And basically, it doesn't work well with the Let's Plays. It really doesn't. Now, some of the messages that you guys have sent say how genuine and honest and, open I am. And I've always been that way. I've always been genuine. I've always been honest. I've always been open. One of the things when I started Sim UK was I'm not going to pretend that I'm the best at every game I play. I never make mistakes, because that's balls. Okay, these YouTubers who every week have a perfect episode, that's rubbish. They've recorded it a couple of times over. They've edited it to within an inch of its life. It's not real. It's fakery. But a lot of people like that. And in fact, a lot of people expect that. And that's not what I do here. And one thing I've realized is that where I'm trying to chase, how am I going to phrase this? I'm trying to chase your tails. I'm trying to produce the content that you want to see. But in reality, I need to be producing the content that I want to make. That's where I'm going wrong, I think. And making Let's Play videos has been fantastic. I'm really enjoying this ETS 2 series. There's a whole load of ETS stuff that's coming up. I really want to keep playing this, but I don't get any views. I don't get anywhere near enough views. I don't get anywhere near enough money off the back of the videos I make. I can't put 5 hours into each video to record it, plan it, record it, edit it, upload it, do all the admin stuff, etc, etc, etc. I cannot do all of that for 7 pence. It's too much every week. It's just not going to work out. So what's going to happen is, effective immediately, is that some Let's Play videos are going to continue, but the schedule is gone. There is no schedule anymore. And it will fit in around reviews. Sim UK basically I mean, it's been a long, hard struggle to get to 10,000 subscribers. And when I got to 10,000 subscribers, I actually felt like I'd achieved something. But what's happened since then is we've completely stumbled and stifled. And it's my fault, because I've changed the format. And what SimUK was built on, what SimUK grew on, was reviews of games. And previews as well. And because I've stopped making so many reviews and so many previews, I'm not getting any games sent to me, which means I'm having to buy these games. And I'm not making any money on the Let's Plays. So we have this catch-22 circular problem where I'm just making things worse by trying to continue in the way that I currently am. And that's the reality of this situation. So effective immediately, the schedule is kaput, done. Now, I am a few videos ahead on some games like PUBG. I was trying to get a chicken dinner so that I could finish that series, noob to number 1. We're going right here. Wow. Excuse me a second. Totally was not paying attention to that. It's going to be tight, but I think we're going to be okay. This truck, by the way, is definitely not on my Let's Buy list. Are you the dude? No, that's a garage. We're up here on the right. I hope it's an easy park. Oh God. I hope it's an easy park. So yes, effective immediately. The Let's Plays are off the books. That's not to say I'm not going to continue playing them, because I'm really enjoying ETS2, and I'm really enjoying FIFA, and you guys seem to be enjoying it as well. There's not many of you, but those of you that are enjoying it seem to be really enjoying it. I hope you are, at least. So I'd like to continue with those if I could, and if I can keep them on a schedule, I will, but they cannot be the priority for the channel, because 200 people is not enough people. It's as simple as that. It really is as simple as that. And that, whether or not that sounds selfish, oh, I was on it like a car bonnet. There we go, look at that. So, yeah, that's the situation, guys. That's where we are. And, yeah, just wanted to take some time out and let you know that that's the situation. And, yeah, reviews on SimUK are coming back, and they're going to be priority. The schedule has to go, because that's putting too much pressure on me. And, excuse me, and the Let's Plays have to go because they don't make any money. And you know, at the end of the day, this is my business, and the reason why this is my business is because I had a car crash in 2009, and I can't bear to be in the same room as people who cause me stress and aggravation. I just can't deal with it. I because of the PTSD, I get so stressed out and so internalized, and I start eating myself away. It's horrible. It's a really, really terrible situation. After the accident, you know, I went and got myself a job after uni, and you know, it was a well-paid job, high-pressure job, which was fine before the accident, but after the accident, it doesn't work. Too many hurdles, and yeah, I've got to get myself back into a good place. If I get myself back into a good place, then I think everything else will fall back in line. But the way I'm doing things at the moment is just not working. It's not working at all. So, this is not a woe is me video, by the way. Please don't think that it is. This is a factor. This is an epiphany. This is a good moment. I am taking control of Sim UK, and I will be directing and guiding it the way it needs to go. And the way it needs to go is it needs to be profitable, it needs to be expansive, it needs to be the best goddamn simulation-based review channel on YouTube. And that's what we're going to do. And that's not to say that I'm only going to review simulation games, because I like other games too, and I don't care if some of you like it and if some of you don't. I got some pretty negative comments about a review I did on The Crew too, but you know, that's my prerogative, that is my decision, it's my channel, and it really does have to come down to that. I cannot bow to the whim of 10,000 people, because there's no way I can please everybody. All I can do is be true to myself and do what I think is right. And if that upsets one or two people, then, you know, I'm sorry, it's not intentional, but it's going to happen. So there's no point trying to tiptoe around it. Just go straight through the middle, because at least everybody knows where I'm going then, and people can get behind me and believe in me if I do that. So, that was the chat. That was the chat. I think we took the wrong track out, which is a bit of a balls up. But we got the chat out, and hopefully I'll get this video up for 5 o'clock today. Guys, thank you so much. You are awesome. You are seriously awesome. And this game is awesome, and there's a whole bunch of new content coming out for this game. So as a simulation review channel, we'll be all over that. So don't worry about that. Plus, I'm really enjoying this Let's Play series, so if and when and where I can, I will be making more videos and uploading them to YouTube. But as of today, the schedule is non-existent. And it's just going to have to be that way, because I can't continue like this. Thank you so much for your time and for listening and your comments and your support and everything. You guys are awesome, and I need to repay you big time. And that's exactly what I intend to do over the next 6 months. Guys, thank you. Take care of yourselves. Till next time. Goodbye for now.